In this One Belly Wednesday, we're going to talk about one of the most fascinating things about newborns and how you can tell whether or not your baby's really psychic or paying attention to you. Hi, my name is Doc Edwards. Every week we come to you for One Belly, Two Brains, and I like to talk a lot to parents who are either in the pregnancy journey or in the first year of life and give you little insights into how your baby's brains are developing and how your brain can be developing too. We talk a lot about neurology in these, and this is one of my favorite topics. So Dr. Danielle was talking with me earlier today about a newborn that she was seeing who was really upset. And when she calmed down herself inside, it seemed to be that the baby also calmed down too. Now, there's this thing, a phenomenon that happens neurologically inside babies' brains that are called mirror neurons. And mirror neurons actually make up the bulk of the information happening inside of babies' brains for the first year of life. They are little sponges for everything that you do. In fact, one of the most fascinating periods for me is when a child is developing a reflex. It's called the palmamental reflex. It's where they pick up something and they put it in their mouth. They have that ability to accurately do it. It starts developing around the same time that children can sit up. So they may be sitting while everybody's around the table at dinner time, and you're looking at the baby and you're going, oh, he really looks hungry. Every time I put the fork in my mouth, he does something too. And they think that that means that the baby's hungry, but really what's happening, you guys could be eating a bowl of red crayons and the baby would be doing the same thing, just copying those motions. They're really reflecting what it is that they're seeing in order to learn. It's how we really make a big headway pre-verbally in how we understand our environment. One of the other cool things that happens is that there's this entrainment between brain waves and heart waves that happen between newborns and parents. Everybody's familiar with EKGs, right? You put these electrodes on your skin and you can pick up the electrical rhythm that's happening on the inside of your heart. They don't put the electrodes directly on your heart in order to pick this up. What it does is it picks up the electrical signal that your heart gives off. It filters out all the noise from your muscles moving and all the other body parts moving, and it isolates it and it picks up this heart rhythm. Well, what scientists have discovered is that that electrical field that gets generated by the heart doesn't stop right here at the skin. It actually has a couple different places in physics that they talk about with electrical fields. It's really common to see a circle around something making a field, and then another circle around that, and then even another circle around that. There's different distances that those fields can be perceived at. And actually, one of the strongest fields for heart energy isn't really close to the heart. It's about an elbow's distance away from you. That's really awesome because what that tells you is that when you are holding your child, one of the things that's happening without any of us even thinking about it is that our dominant electrical signals of our heart rhythm is actually helping their smaller signals for their heart to understand how quickly to beat and how to combine itself into a regular rhythm. So one of the most amazing things that they've also discovered with HeartMath is that this is why people who are in intimate relationships tend to bond. It's why hugging feels so good, not just because you're feeling someone else's skin with your hands or your arms, but you really can feel with an intimate partner that heart connection. You think about the times when you embrace a loved one when they were sad or upset, and how that helped the emotion come out. You think about the times when you were really, really excited about something and wanted to give somebody just the biggest hug, or you missed them because you hadn't seen them for such a long time. You really wanted to actually physically be inside the other person. Newborn babies had been inside you, and they want to kind of get back into that space. And so heart rate variability, the ability for your heart to speed up and slow down, it's a really healthy thing. That entrainment can happen every single time that you go skin to skin with your little baby. It's like they're reading you. They're trying to figure out, what are these emotions that I'm seeing mom or dad make? And are they okay? Are we safe? If I'm having a hard time, does it mean that they're having a hard time too? Or are they telling me everything's going to be okay? So whether or not this is a psychic ability, I'm going to say is a little bit of a debate. I mean, it depends on how you define psychic. But for me, I would say, yeah, totally. If someone else is vibing on your wavelength and they can kind of read what's going on with you, I think that level of empathy, right? That maybe the better term is that we have these little mini empaths that are running around and they're feeling what you're feeling, they're reading your emotions, and they need to look to you for guidance on how to regulate themselves. So I love that kind of topic. I love talking about this kind of stuff. And if you geek out and nerd out about this kind of stuff too, I really want you to have access to all the materials that we produce. So One Belly Wednesday, I do every single Wednesday. We release this. There's a whole archive back in our YouTube channel, so you're more than welcome to read those. And if you have friends who also are birth nerds and also really love talking about childhood development, share this video with them. Share our whole series. We do it on Facebook, and we also do it on YouTube. I'm Doc Edwards. I will really look forward to talking with you again next week. And until then,